Do you have a monkey in your pants?
Alright folks, bit of a question for you um, in this video. It's I don't even know how it's came around or popped out of my head, but it's more about, let me see, streamlining the collection even more, if you like. Try to think how best to word this. But I was sitting looking at all my consoles over there, and I was like, don't play that, 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 don't play it. Not as bad as that, but you get the sort of idea, and I was like, why am I keeping it? For example, I've got an NES over there, and I've got 32 games for it. I've briefly played it. Now I'm thinking, maybe I should just sell the thing. I don't play it. And then I've got a Sega Saturn as well, and again I'm like, I've got about 5 games for it. I did have a Saturn very, very briefly when I was younger, but again, I've made sure it worked, and that was about it. What else have I got? Let me see. Alright, Dreamcast again. I've got a Dreamcast with a handful of games, Shenmue or whatever. Dreamcast is really, really good condition. Should I keep it if I'm not going to play it? It's a bit daft. I've got a Mega Drive as well. Very briefly had a Mega Drive back in the day, but again, Super Nintendo is for me. So out of all the systems, if I was to do this, what I would be keeping is, excuse me, I'd be keeping the SNES, Wii, GameCube, PS1, PS2, N64, and original Xbox. Now, a lot of that stems from the fact that I had, with the exception of the Wii maybe, I had all these games myself when I was growing up, which is maybe, I did have the Mega Drive very briefly, and I had a Saturn very, very briefly, but it's maybe why I'm neglecting them. But a bit of the turmoil in my brain, if I should keep them or sell them or punt them on, whatever, trade them, whatever I'm going to do with them. I'm not sure. It's a case of, maybe I still want a Nintendo, an NES, but will I play it? No. But maybe I still want it. Maybe I still want a Sega Saturn, but will I play it? Probably not. Simply because it's a system that I didn't have. I know Retro Dave not that long ago, he got rid of a lot of stuff that he had, and he really, really focused it. Obviously, for me, the primary collection for me is the NTSC SNES, and then we've got so everything else on the back of it. PS1, I'm focusing a bit on just now. PS2 as well. So things like the Mega Drive, not arsed. I'd only ever pick up Mega Drive games if I saw them at a car boot sale, to be honest with you. But would I be keeping the machine just so I could pick games up? That sounds retarded, but I wouldn't be playing the thing. But on the back of that, I suppose I should get rid of the GameCube because I don't really play it that much, but I do have quite a lot of games for it. But I kind of like the GameCube, it's a bit quirky. So, it's a bit of a weird one. Thinking about getting rid of the NES, the Saturn, the Dreamcast, and the Mega Drive. I have a handful of Mega Drive games, a handful of Saturn games, a handful of Dreamcast games, and I've got maybe, I don't know, 15 or so NES games, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure. But what did you guys, have you ever come across this situation in your own brain? Maybe not, maybe it's just my brain, it's a bit fucked up in the head, but where you think, or do you just want the machines for the sake of having the machines even though you may never ever play them? Oh, I forgot to mention the Spectrum. Obviously that's one of my main collections as well, but I wouldn't get rid of the Spectrum, that's just filth, wash your mouth. But would you have a machine just for the sake of having it? Now the rest of the machines, obviously I played them all and all have some sort of nostalgic meaning with them and childhood memories growing up, playing them, playing with the friends, playing certain games and whatnot, whereas the NES, never played it growing up. Saturn, had it very, very briefly. Mega Drive, had one very briefly, but much prefer the Super Nintendo. Dreamcast, never had one. I saw one very briefly at a friend's house and that was about it. So, NES, Dreamcast, Saturn, Mega Drive. Thinking of getting rid and just keeping the I'm gonna have to have a look. Keeping the SNES, Wii, GameCube, PS2, PS1, N64, and Xbox, and obviously the Spectrum, and the Amiga, which is I didn't get rid of that either. But the ones that I'm keeping, they're obviously machines that I've all had growing up. I've got certain like memories, certain nostalgic, certain sort of, I don't know, desire to own them. Whereas the rest, see, when I first started this YouTube malarkey and collecting, I was like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and I want this, and I want that. And I think a lot of people do that. They just want everything and anything that's going, and then maybe later on down the line you're thinking, do I really want that? Do I need that? Am I ever going to play that? So what's yours? Opinions, thoughts on this, guys? Do you have consoles that just sit there that you don't play? If you do, why have you still got them? Do they hold certain memories for you? If that's the case, why are you not playing them? I'm seriously thinking of getting rid of the ones that I don't use, don't play, or ones that I've got no real nostalgic memories with. I'm thinking about it. I'm quite undecided, as you can probably tell. My brain's like at the moment. The next time you see this room, I might have changed direction, sort of location again. I can't help it. I told you in another video when I was a child, in my bedroom, I'd move everything about frequently. Maybe it's an illness, I don't know. But really curious to hear your thoughts on this, guys. Not the moving the bedroom illness thing but about consoles. Are you keeping them just for the sake of keeping them? Or would you get rid of them if you never played them? I'm thinking of getting rid of them. I don't know. Please put your comments down below and help me out. Goodbye.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?